Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Winnipeg Jets will defeat the Montreal Canadiens 5-0, and will then improve their record against the Habs to 6-2. So if there was any doubt that we weren't winning this series with the Habs, we just did.
This is our
convincingly more.
And this is our first time in franchise history of the old or new Jets for getting a shutout
against the Habs. But then again, if you saw the Habs back then, there's a good reason for that. Yeah. This game is interesting. It is. I always say that, but it is.
I could literally find 100 clips of you saying that.
Yeah, that we'll make a compilation of that at the end of the season. This game's interesting. This is interesting.
And then another one.
Yeah.
Of you absolutely batshit crazy.
Actually, we should probably work on that.
We're not in the video. We're good.
So, game 41 of the season. Hellebuyck is in net. Jake Allen is in net. Yep, makes sense. Sooner or later, we're going to have to put Brossoit in net, but we're not having that conversation right now, so, is what it is. There's been some talk around the league. We'll get into that in a separate video. We don't want to go too in-depth on the trade deadline, not just because it's been covered a lot around the YouTube community in general, but because we kind of just want to wait for it all to go and just do it in one go type thing, because right now for us is probably like the end of our school terms, I think. I don't know about you. For me, it's like around exam time. So I'd rather not have to do 5 separate videos, because we're doing this and then we're releasing 2 videos. Okay, so we're releasing videos for WrestleMania, which Carter will lead on those reviews. Yeah. However, this is good news. If Zach gets his predictions right with his friends, I'm bringing a replica championship belt for the day 2 review. So if you see a giant gold belt, I won. Right now I'm 3-1 in my predictions as WrestleMania is going on right now. That's just it's just a side fact.
Yeah. So check out that video when it comes out.
But anyway, so Hockey Fights Cancer Night. This was nice. This was really nice. I've said this before, but like having all the kids, like the individuals sing the anthem was very sweet. I almost flip shit at somebody because when someone said nice singing, I couldn't tell online if they were being sarcastic, and I was like, if you're being sarcastic, go fuck yourself. And they're like, no, I meant it. I'm like, good. Because I guess like I'm just used to being so sarcastic, like asshole myself. I just think everyone does it too. Yeah. That's why I explain myself so much, so that the people can't, like, I beat them to the punch on jokes about myself. But anyway, yeah. So right away, Weber would take a hooking penalty. Yeah, use it. So Jets go on the power play because Weber would take a hooking penalty early, and then Stassi would take a hooking while we were on the power play. This is annoying because as much as I like the Jets power play, which is a love-hate relationship depending on which unit is out. Wink, wink. I feel like sometimes they get a little caught cherry-picking in the neutral zone, especially when other teams are pressuring them. That's why we gave up a shorthanded goal like 2 separate occasions to the Leafs, and why we give up chances while on the power play, which is a little infuriating, if I'm being honest. Because if Hellebuyck's not back there, it's in your net. Fucking learn. Do better, boy. But yeah, we would kill it off. Hellebuyck would make a save, then play it out about 2 inches in front of him, and then the guy would get another shot at it, and I was like, calm down, Hellebuyck. We kind of had a mediocre start, I'll say. Like, sluggish and mediocre. Montreal misses in a wide-open net. I don't know how they didn't score on this. We had some low-risk ozone time, and what I mean by that was we kept the puck low in their zone, but we were never, ever truly able to cycle it around to points around the slot or in the house, so is what it is. Harkins and Lewis would have chances. I really want Harkins to get a goal. Like, just get a point. Just get a point. He has less points than Nathan Beaulieu. Get a point. Oh, right, Nathan Beaulieu. So explaining this, I have been absolutely bamboozled as to why Josh Anderson and Nathan Beaulieu, and you didn't even realize it was Josh Anderson. Maybe you did, if you're a Habs fan. Carter didn't know that was Josh Anderson.
No, I didn't.
He thought I just took 2 photos of Nathan Beaulieu, and in actual sense, that's 2 more than I need, but I decided, you know what, fuck it, on the somewhat anniversary replay game of the shit that made me really upset, which we could now avenge by winning 5-0. I thought, yeah, he can see this while he rests his hurt.
Silly me should have realized that wasn't Nathan Beaulieu because they were wearing a reverse retro jersey.
Yes, I sent you them in a Habs reverse retro jersey.
I didn't even think about it.
Yes, but it's because it's actually Siblings Day today, which honestly, after watching this game, you'd think it was Father's Day. But anyway, moving on to the good stuff.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm an asshole.
Sometimes, you know that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, at least you're self-aware.
Very much so. Weber would take another holding penalty at the beginning of the second period this time. And then Pierre-Luc Dubois would take a hooking penalty afterwards. And I was like, and I put meh on both these penalties. Was a little nervous for a bit. We had a close chance off the post. And then Paulie Walnuts would score off a great pass from Jeff Petrie, who, no matter what team he plays on, my fantasy or the Canadiens, always seems to help me. Reaction! Yeah! Yes! Woo! I'm eating food. Shut up.
This starts with a poor change by Montreal's
Not away, boys. Quality, not quantity. Just great. Because PLD doesn't really, he can't get to the puck in time, so Allen plays it out and gives it to Jeff Petrie, who's having a very good season. I've said this on many occasions. He's a dark horse Norris pick if he really keeps his production up. He hasn't. He's dropped a little bit. And he dropped the ball in this play. Gave it right to Paul Stastny, who just puts it under the arm. Nice shot. And Allen was never really able to get back into his net set. Just like that Thatcher Demko goal that he got against them. Against the Canucks. It's the same type play. 1-0. Jets. Stastny would then oh, yes. Yes, he gets his stick caught and would go off for a hooking penalty. He had a couple penalties. He had quite a few penalties tonight. It was weird. Lewis would make a great play right in front of our own net to lift Duran's stick and then beat him to the puck, so Duran would be forced to hook him, which would put us on the power play. And then later in that same power play, Weber and Stastny would have to go off for pretty much cross-checking each other, which was good, honestly, because if you're going to take two guys off, if you're going to take someone off while on the power play, Weber's the guy to take off. He's still good on the penalty kill. So, yeah. Kopp had a really nice look. I love this motion that... And you know what? Perreault is probably not going to be re-signed after this year because I feel like his payday goes mostly to Adam Lowry, who's a younger, better player than him, I would say. But he does have a role on this team, and he had a great game tonight. And his ability to move the puck and transition it through the zone on our second power play unit is not to be underestimated because he does a great job to get it to Kopp, doesn't score. But then on the next face-off, right off the draw, over to Oilers. I called it before it even happened. Reaction. Over to Oilers. Walk. Bang. Yes! Yes! Elisa! Woo! Yes. And that's why I'm totally fine with Stastny taking off Weber, because Weber is very good on the penalty kill. Nice! Yeah, and he knew right away. Perreault did a great screen on it. Perfectly in time. That's the perfect screen. The moving this way as you shoot this way completely fooled the goalie. Great fucking play. I just was like, yep, back, walk, goal. Great, and like I said before, great screen by Perreault. But was it a legal screen? Because the Montreal Canadiens challenge it on grounds of goaltender interference. Now, this was interesting because, as any of you may know, I cover goal or no goal videos on this channel, and I've got a bunch more lined up. It's just that we're going to be producing a lot of videos in the next couple days, so we'll see when I can do it. Yeah, but like I've said before, it's always tough doing them with Jets involved, especially if it's of the season in question, because those biases are very hard for me to shake. But here's the thing. Perreault skates past him, is beyond the reach of the blue paint in the crease, makes no attempt to make any impact with Allen. His back is like this. He's staring at Ehlers, and it just kind of grazes his glove. Allen, in my personal opinion, doesn't catch this puck because he doesn't have enough time to see it, because Perreault, like I said, makes the perfect screen of going like this as the shot's coming there. It's not the contact with his glove that does it. But yeah, so after review, the goal would, reaction here, like this, it's barely anything outside the crease. Woo! Very good! Give me a power play! Oh, you know Dominic Ducharme is mad because you can see his mouth moving! Put your mask on, boy! You've got a COVID case on your team! Put your mask on, boy! It would stand. Yeah, it would stand. And like I said, Dominic Ducharme likes to take his mask off a lot. And I'm just saying, the optics of that after you have a COVID case in a division that is getting a lot more COVID cases, not great! Notice how I covered my mouth there. More than I could say for Dominic. Anyway, moving on.
With your hand.
Yeah. It's better than what he did. He goes like this. Every time.
Is it? Your hand goes on door handles and all that afterwards. Is it really? Who knows? But it's not good.
Anyway, so there would be a delayed game power play because of the failed challenge. That wouldn't happen. And then later, holy moly, Derek Forbort reaction here. There. Yeah! Woo! Forbort! What? Hell yeah, it is! That's because Forbort's a sniper. He just doesn't show it. Woo! That's 2 goals. Both of them bar in. Ooh. You feel that? That's toasty. That's goddamn soft hands. Ooh. Derek Forbort for his 2nd of the season and 9th point, I believe, of the season as well, would put it top shelf on Jake Allen from pretty much point blank. And I loved how the commentators, because we had the Montreal feed, it was comparison. Like, I would say more Montreal, like, it was, I think technically it goes under the terms of neutral commentators, but considering I'm used to Jets ones more often than not, it was like, I wasn't used to this thing, but they say it's a seeing eye shot. I'm like, that's bullshit. Because, like, don't get me wrong, it's really good goal, and maybe Allen wants to have that one because of how close it is. That's not a seeing eye shot. Seeing eye shots are usually deemed from around the point shot area that is a wrister that usually just kind of finds its way through but does not seem like purposefully meant to do so. Like Adam Larson goal, like way back in the season, that was a seeing eye shot. Arguably Morrissey's off the post in, that was a seeing eye shot. Not this one. But anyway, moving on. So then the second period was like really good. It was a great bounce back period, and the third period would just build upon that. And there was honestly no stress I had in this game moving forward. Stassi would get a breakaway, he would be stopped. Perry just runs into Hellbuck. And if anyone's wondering, oh no, he fell in there. Okay, shut the hell up. Like, let's put our biases aside, okay? And I'm putting aside the bias that I am a Jets fan here. Who are we talking about? Corey Perry. What's he doing running into a goalie? Now, statistically speaking, that probably suggests that he meant to somewhat do it and make it look like an accident. Now, I'm not saying his intent was to just bowl over Connor Hellbuck. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that Corey Perry is a man a lot like Brendan Gallagher, who plays on the edge sometime, especially around the blue paint. It obviously did affect Hellbuck because Hellbuck slashed him afterwards. And you know what? Sooner or later, that's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. And people are like, oh, how dare he slash. You know what? He has to sit in that fucking crease night in, night out, and just accept the reality that he gets vulcanized rubber fired at his head all day, and then have to deal with some random ass shit from wood and lumber that comes flying at him every now and then. Sorry if he fucking snaps for 1 second. Corey Perry, though, would get a 10-minute misconduct, and this, in my opinion, is So, a lot of times we see 10-minute misconducts. It's not actually for anything really egregious. Yes, there was the McKinnon helmet throw, which is kind of funny when they just play it on loop, because it's just Connor. It's just Connor Garland just eating shit for like a song. Like, this back. But apparently Perry's...
I'm surprised that hasn't been
So apparently Perry said it got it for chirping, which is a 10-minute misconduct. So there's no power play from that. So that's just my way of reading it as the refs thought the game was getting out of hand, and they said, "You are a firecracker. Let's put your ass out." So they had him sit for 10 minutes. I'm not even sure if he came back for the last 3, because there was 13 minutes left. Logan Stanley was... I don't want to say he wanted to fight with anyone, but he looked like he was about to take all comers, because like there was like 3 separate people that almost got into a fight with Logan Stanley on one shift, and it would lead to Joel Edmondson taking a roughing penalty. It would give us a power play, and then pretty much right up into the power play. Cop on a one-timer right in front of the net point. Blank attaboy. Copper reaction. Your mask's not working, French! Eat shit! Woo! Eat shit, Bob.
Eat shit, Bob.
Yeah. Nothing I can hate about this, honestly. And if anyone wants to say, like, oh, it was a soft penalty on Joel Edmondson, you know what? Maybe that's arguable. I would say, though, at this point, Montreal fans, I think, have also been able to agree that the game was not in their control to win at this point. It didn't really seem like they were getting any momentum back. And I'm not trying to say that just to dunk on the Habs here. It happens. Everyone has nights like this. We've had nights like this. We had nights against them like this. But at the same time, this penalty is not the reason why the game ends the way it ends. The Habs just did not look good in the third period. And they didn't really look like they were pressuring the Jets for that last goal. For that goal to break the shutout, I mean. Morrissey and Evans kind of get into a tussle. I didn't record this reaction. It was like 2 seconds, and they just fell down immediately.
Yeah.
Josh Morrissey's not a fighter, and I don't know if Jake Evans is, but whatever. They threw a couple good shots. They threw a couple good shots. Morrissey lost his balance right away. It is what it is. And then Frenchie would play the ultimate sneak play by betraying his brethren, as Shea Weber would just give it to him, which is continuing the Jeff Petrie trend, and he just beat Jake Allen 5-0 reaction here. Yeah! Frenchie! Frenchie in his home front! Woo! Oh, it's not Montreal's night. Yeah. 7-1 called. It wants its receipt. And the reason why I'm kind of late reacting to that is because at this point, Carter had asked me, hey, do you want to just start working on the thumbnail? And I'm like, yeah, honestly, yeah. Let's just do that. Because, like, game was out of hand. Like, we knew that we were coming away with this, and we would. Hellebuyck would hold on for the shutout, and if it wasn't National Siblings Day, and if it wasn't an excuse to put the fact that I think Josh Anderson and Nathan Beaulieu look so goddamn identical... then I would have put Hellebuyck beak. But you know what? I think I'll have other opportunities to do that, even on wins that aren't shutouts.
And you know what? Hey, I'm in the thumbnail finally.
You are. You are. You've asked about this. And it's not like I was holding you back. It's just that I needed the appropriate thumbnail.
And also, we sometimes have some thumbnails that get really crammed.
Yes,
and
very much so.
to find room.
Very much so.
It was actually pretty difficult with this.
But yeah, honestly, like, yeah, let's just go right into 3 stars. Because honestly, there's not a lot to say about this game. Because a lot of it was just really good. It was just really good. And you don't need me to blow smoke up your ass. You watched the game. And if you didn't watch the game, just take my word for it. It was really good. So 3 stars and honorable mention. So honorable mention I will give to Connor Hellebuyck. Not because he didn't deserve to be top 3, but honestly... there was just a lot of good players around, and he gets a shutout as well. So that puts him on the unofficial podium, because at this point, honorable mention is just as luxurious.
And we have Hellebuyck in there all the time.
Yes.
Anyway,
so then 3. 3 will be Matthew Perreault, because Perreault had a goal and an assist, and one of the plays that he did not have an assist on, he very much likely deserved to, because he made a great screen on the second goal. Second star. Oh, one other thing I should mention. Kopp played with Scheifele. I think Kopp played up with Scheifele, I think he did. Yeah, try that. Keep trying that. We play Ottawa next, so yeah, go nuts. Anyway, but second star would be... This one's a little tougher. I'll do, Actually, you know what? I'll put Perreault at 2, and 3 I will put, I don't want to put Balstansky, because he did take a lot of penalties tonight. I'll put Forbert at 3, because why not? He doesn't get many goals. I'll give him that. And number 1, Nick Ehlers again. He just looks so confident out there skating. And I know that his name kind of doesn't get floated enough in the conversation of how good he is. Actually, a fucking crime on NHL 21. Johnny Gaudreau won his bracket for who got to be the NHL All-Star for his position, which is a fucking crime, in my opinion. I don't even remember who he was up against. I think he was up against Ehlers, and if he was up against Ehlers, that's fucking bullshit. Considering Johnny Gaudreau is not even the best Flames player. That's arguably Matthew Tkachuk or Elias Lindholm. Fucking fight me. Johnny hasn't developed properly. I did not expect this to become a Johnny hockey bashing video. It didn't mean for it to either. It just... NHL 21 frustrates me, and there's another time for that. Microtransactional motherfucker. Anyway.
That's just EA in general.
Yeah, but you know what? No one can afford 25 gazillion gold collectibles in their limited edition now 95 player that you gotta pay $150 to get. Like, shut the fuck up. Honestly. Fucking, I'm not made of money here. I'm not even at 1K yet.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Anyway, but yeah.
Eventually.
Thank you for watching. That was pretty much just about it. Our thoughts on the game. It was really good. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, or just, like, didn't hate it. That'd be really nice and appreciated.
Or even if you did hate it.
Yeah, if you did hate it, just give us a freebie. Just be like, you know what? Mulligan. Yeah, if you're new here, hi, thank you, hello, my name is Zach Nolan. Cardinal is behind the camera. We forgot to do it, but you know what? It's okay.
It is what it is.
You're on the thumbnail. People happy. No, yeah, please subscribe. That'd be really appreciated. We're trying to hit 350 by the end of the month.
Just take your lunch money.
We're doing a lot better. We've been doing way better than we thought we would at this stage in time.
Oh, yeah.
We've only been around for about 6 months, I think. So, yeah.
I don't even think it's been that long.
September.
Yeah, I guess it has. Oh, shit.
It's done really well. Check out some of our other content. We've been dropping Mighty Ducks reviews. The most recent one could use a little bit of help because we accidentally posted it like 6 hours early. It
is what it is.
Yeah, I wanted it at 1 in the afternoon, not 1 in the morning. Also, don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on this game, your thoughts on this video, and just any random conversation, because I'll answer any type of topic and stuff like that. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Owen Hockey Podcast, and we will see you next time. Viva la victory.
Really? Oh, sure, why not?